Before we move, any question on that? Looking at the system units. Any question on it? Any question? Alright, meaning my students are so good, you are getting it.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Alright, so we are going to look at the categories of the system units. So with the system units, so we have the front side, the back side, and then the inside of it. So when you take the whole box, you could see that there are parts of it. And I just mentioned that we have the front side. I showed the front side to you. We have the back side. We have some things that can be found on the back side. And then we have inside of it, some items that can be found inside of it. So, when you take this, what is this? What is on the board? Yes, Charles. Very good. So you can see that's the power button. And where can we locate it on the system units? Well, I want a lady to come on board and do that. Yes, Nancy.
Madam, I think in front.
In front. You think in front, or I've taught you in front.
Madam, in front.
In front. Let's give it to her. Very good. Now, this.
Madam,
Yes.
ours it is found at the back.
Yours is one at the back.
Yes.
Oh, then when it's found at the back, I think that will be a little challenge to us, right? Why is it found at the back? How did you see it being found at the back?
Because ours is not like this. It's like a switch. That's the modern ones.
Okay, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
You show us some double.
Ours, we have that switch, and the front side do have this switch. So we turn the back one and then we press.
So don't worry, we'll come to that. Okay, your question will be answered soon. Is that okay?
Yes,
Alright. So these are some of the components we found in front of the system unit, at the back of the system unit, and inside the system. We will look more deeply into it as we move on. Is that okay?
Yes.
By the way, that is the system unit, the power button, the motherboard, and the CPU. The CPU, the full meaning is Central Processing Unit. We'll go deep into it, and then you get the understanding of it. Yeah, any question? 4 minutes. Alright, so the motherboard, as I explained, I was talking about. Normally we think the motherboard is the brain of the computer, but that is wrong. The motherboard is not the brain of the computer. So when you go out there and your friends are saying the motherboard is the brain of the computer, tell them that is not the correct one to learn. The motherboard is never the brain of the computer, but the motherboard is the main internal hardware component of the system unit. The board is called mother because it has all the connectors to the other hardware component of the computer. So the motherboard has been there. It serves as the main system for the other component to be connected to the system unit. Is that okay?
Yes.
But when we talk about the brain of the computer, we are talking of the CPU, of which we get to it next. So the CPU is the hardware component responsible for the operations. For all operations that is carried out in the computer system, which is why most computer users refer to it as the brain of the computer. So we said the brain of the computer is what?
CPU.
Very good. Whilst I am teaching, because the time is not my friend, I want one of you to come on. God help me get some of the things. So that is the motherboard. That is the motherboard. I will send it one for you to just go through it and see how it looks like. The CPU is also located on it. That is the CPU. Yeah. So you can remove the CPU and look at it, just a small
Where is the
space.
CPU?
Can let me have the
Okay.
back.
Look at it.
So just give studio so that the class will be instructed. Okay. Let's move on. The next thing is the random access memory. The random access memory. So the RAM is the main memory of the computer system, whose main function is to store data temporarily. So the RAM
Madam, you're having everything there.
So that is the memory, the RAM of the computer. That is the RAM. I'll just get it to your friends so that you all look at it. Don't steal it, please don't steal it. That is the RAM. That is the RAM. Let's move on to the hard disk. So the hard disk is the major storage device of the computer system. And it's a hard disk or hard drive. Unlike the RAM that stores data temporarily, the hard disk stores data or information or files or documents permanently on the computer. So the difference between the two is that the hard disk stores the data permanently, while the RAM stores data temporarily. Is that okay?
Yes,
And
Madam.
that is the hard disk case.
Okay.
That is the hard disk, okay? Class, that is the hard disk.
Okay, the hard disk.
So the hard disk.